Hey gang, welcome back to the Genre Files. This is my week. This is my favorite genre. We're talking about horror right now. What do I look for in horror? I don't necessarily have to be scared, and I don't think I get scared. My idea of good horror is an unsettling feeling, being, just getting that nervous feeling claustrophobic, an atmospheric feeling, just feeling like something's not right, and that's what brings me to horror. I love that feeling that it gives me. I don't necessarily care for jump scares. A jump scare done perfectly right is way different than one of these teeny bopper bullshit horror films that give you this lead up music and you know exactly what's going to happen, and then all of a sudden it doesn't, and you're like ha 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 ha, and then boom, they get you. Those are just gimmicks. They're set for people that like those type of movies, and I'm sorry for you. Myself, I love top of the notch horror, ghost stories, stuff like that. That's just an unsettling feeling, and that's why today I'm going to go ahead and talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. We're going to go talk about Gus Van Sant's remake of Psycho. What a great pile of goat nuts! Ha ha! No, we're going to talk about Dark Water, a Japanese horror film brought to us by the director, who I will not disrespect by fucking his name up, but also directed The Ring, or The Ringu. And I gotta say, this is a talented man. This is another ghost story. This is a very unsettling ghost story. It's a newer film. I had seen it once, but never got to finish it. There is an American United States remake with Jennifer Connelly in it that I've not seen. But this time I ordered this, and I got the Arrow release, which is another really good company next to Criterion and those. It is DVD, Blu-ray, and it does have the reversible cover. This is the original poster cover, and then of course Arrow does their unique covers on there. A lot of times I switch those around because I like the original better. If you haven't dealt with very much Arrow, I really, go ahead, I'm telling you, go ahead and check it out. There are some really good titles. Right there's a card that comes in this that I'll just scroll to you. Just like Criterion, they are pricey, but you get what you pay for, and they are very well put together. Anyway, let's talk about the film. The film is about a mother and daughter, and the mother's going through a divorce, and it's not a good divorce. They're arguing over the child. The father never had anything to do with the child before, but now all of a sudden he's wanting to jump in and be, the dad. So they're having this difficult time with it. Also, the apartment that the lady moves into, it's haunted. It's fucking haunted. Just like, you're gonna get that. You're gonna see this when you watch the movie. There's a lot to do with water. First we see a leak in the ceiling, and then we find out there's a little girl been missing. She's always in a raincoat. There's always water around her. This whole time, it's a perfect use of the atmosphere, the creepiness. It's perfect, showing us just a little bit here, a little bit there, getting you all worked up, and you're just on the edge of your seat, and just a little more of the story. We find a little bit more out. We find a little bit more out. And then towards the end, we start discovering a lot more. And I'm not going to talk about much of that part. I'll talk about other aspects of the film. The acting in this is superb. The lady that plays the main character, the mother, she is genuinely freaked out. That she is absolutely perfect in this film. The little girl is fantastic. The few scenes that she actually has some interaction with the mother or, you know, other people, she's really on par. There's really an emotional scene towards the end with the little girl, and she, you know, you buy it. You buy that this little girl is genuinely scared, genuinely sad, and it's stunning. Okay, the story about the ghost stuff and what happened to this missing girl and all that stuff is, I'm not going to say it's not a little confusing at first. It doesn't translate well with American and Japanese per se, so just watch it closely. I know a lot of people don't like to watch subtitles. There is no American dub on this. There shouldn't be an American dub on this. This is subtitles. Make sure you're watching. Make sure you're catching everything. Then when it comes up to the end, and you get what you start thinking about what you just watched, it'll all come together, and you'll feel like you just watched an amazing film. Like I said, this is one of this is what I look for in horror. This is the kind of stuff that I like. A lot of people love slashers, and I'm not going to say that I don't have a soft spot for slashers. I love some good 80s slashers. I mean, just mind-numbing, blood, gut, goo, bleh. You know, I love that kind of stuff. But when I make a list of favorite horror films, I have a whole different guidelines to those. And that brings up something else. I'm not going to be able to put it up tonight like I thought I would. But Ian has done a top 50 horror films of all time. I've got mine put together. I'm going to film it tomorrow. It's kind of late tonight. But I'll talk about that when it comes. I have some interesting things to say about this, and making a list of that magnitude is rough. I mean, rough. There are some stuff that I know I've missed. There's some stuff that when I start reading it, I'm probably going to go, why is that on there and not this on there? They're just really, really hard films to make, or really, really hard lists to make, especially when it's your favorite genre. All right. So, that being said, make sure you check out Dark Water. If you've not seen Dark Water, if you have seen Dark Water, please let me know your thoughts down below. You know, maybe we can get each other's thoughts together, and at least I may learn something that you're trying to teach me. So, once again, Asian horror films are kind of where it's at, and I'm hoping to get some of you guys watching some of these, especially Mike and Ian. Ian's going to put up a fight. Mike's very open-minded. Mike's slowly getting me to go film noir, so my goal is to, hey, here's some Japanese horror films. Here's some Korean horror films. Watch some of these unsettling things. The Asian culture has such great folklore and, you know, whatever. They tell such great horror stories that it'll blow your mind. So, until next time, guys, that is the Genre Files, and I don't remember what next week is, but you'll know when I know. Thanks for watching.